Ladies and gentlemen, they have officially put big badass active sunspots 2993 and 2994 on the board. And that's interesting because 11 solar flares have occurred in the past 24 hours. So these bad boys or girls are extremely active. And so I'm guessing the next 10 days are probably going to be interesting space weather-wise. You can just see them. They're performers. They're ready to put on a show. They're filamenting and magnetic looping. Snap, crackle, popping. Yeah, it's going to be interesting weather. For sure. In the heavens and on Earth. How are you doing on this wonderful Saturday night? Oh my God, let me say super duper absolute thank you to Tyler, Cody, Avriel, Carol, and OGF. You guys are amazing. I'm now within $488 of hitting my April 2022 fundraiser. If anyone out there would like to make my Easter weekend with minor miracles of contributions, that would be wonderful. Or you can send me a letter in the mail. That would be great too. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a CashApp, a Patron, and nothing but love and gratitude and appreciation for y'all. I'll be here with y'all chilling through the night. Right now, we're watching for possible severe weather in the south today. Mother Nature's been on a big hail binge lately. And then tomorrow, we'll have more severe weather to look out for in about the same area. And then, I got a feeling we're probably going to have more severe weather next week, though the models aren't giving us any major hints ahead of time. This is Monday on the 18th. You see the snowy part on the top and the wet part on the bottom, and the next storm coming in to the west coast. And we move 6 hours forward. You can see the storm starts to get going a little more. Possible icing in the central east. You get a steady stream of precipitation all the way from British Columbia down into North California. And this storm will probably pack a punch. It's still on Monday. You can see the west coast is still getting pretty dang wet. And then we're watching this thing right here. The old Tuesday knuckleball. But you can see it's still snowy up here through the ridge and it's wet along the coast. But if you look over here, that is a nor'easter, hurricane, depending on whatever season you want to be in, strength storm that would be hitting on Tuesday, April 19th. So no matter what, that looks like an interesting event. A lot of snow for parts of Canada and the upper northeast, and a fair amount of wetness and some wind. And now that I've shown you the breakdown in slow-mo, we'll go over the full 16 days. There are a few things I want you to watch out for. One of them being the frequency of the storms. Hey, we're into May now. So, usually we've been getting a storm starts on Monday, ends on Thursday. But here we may be getting a faster storm. You get another storm that starts on Thursday, and then another storm that follows it quickly and closely. And then down here's our little hurricane thing we're watching. See, at this point, yeah, it becomes a hurricane, but it misses the coast. But it's like 2 weeks away, so we will continue to track it and pretty much everything on hyper level, because that is what I do here. But, it is stormy weather season. So get ready for more storms more frequently. That shows possible rain for Southern California. But around the 23rd, it looks like it's definitely 1 week from now. It's going to be interesting. So go ahead and pencil in the 19th to the 25th being another weird weather week again, my friends. And I hope you're enjoying your Easter Saturday. We got the giant coronal hole turning away from Earth. And, what more can I say about this sunspot duo? Hopefully a lot, because they'll be with us for, I would guess, a week, unless they just vanish in thin air. But yeah, dude, they're definitely popping. Look at that. And remember the one M-class flare we had would have been an X-class flare. If it hadn't been occulted. It is bluebonnet season in Texas, so be sure to get outside during spring. I've been walking an average of 5 miles a day for almost 10 days in a row. Still got 4,000 more steps to do today. So, yeah, it feels good to get a natural endorphin rush. These are comic books from 25 years ago. Scratch that tank, Joe. You know what's interesting? G.I. Joe, Jesus, God was his dad, but Joseph raised him. So, G.I. Joe, was G.I. Joe a relative of Jesus? I definitely think Batman is a relative of Jesus. And someone's always like, hey, man, you're pronouncing Jesus' name wrong. It's Yeshua. I'm like, well, Rose by another name is still a rose. And here in America, you're still allowed to believe whatever you want to religious-wise. So you believe whatever you want to, I'll believe whatever we want to, and hopefully we can meet in the middle. What, 25 years from now? Or is this 60 years from now? I'm sorry, these are from 60 years ago. That was when, remember, they used to believe that Mars had a bunch of interconnecting canals. As soon as we've left Earth, we've become crisscrossed with giant canals, just like the planet Mars. So yeah, even 60 years ago, everybody was obsessed with Mars, and Mars kind of taking over Earth. Weird enough. And I guess in alternate reality, Jimmy Olsen ends up marrying Lois Lane. I hope they're happy. As your planetary defense commander, I hope you do have a happy full moon and a happy Ramadan and a happy Easter and a happy Passover. This weekend marks a holy trifecta for the Abrahamic faiths. May we all work together for a world based in peace and renewal. Absolutely. First rose of the season in her garden, Clarice Tinsley. Just saying again, I'm a super optimist, so that's pretty much what you'll get most of the time, and definitely around Easter and Christmas. Man starting to understand what NFTs are after dropping $69 million on a Beeple artwork. Hey, beer is now cheaper than gas in this public service announcement, so don't drive, drink. Hang out on your porch with family and friends if you want to. Play some guitar. And in Moonraker 2022 news, collaboration between UK Space Command and Space Force DoD was formalized through a signing of a bilateral framework last week. This arrangement will inform our integrated approach to protecting and defending our interests in space, as well as those of our allies and partners. So this is like 007 working with Maverick. Hey, and it's my 1 week from now is my 8-year as your planetary defense commander. Man, I'm looking forward to that. Russia had its flagship sink and then now has lost its 8th general. And as far as coronavirus losses, they're still in like second place at the worst. They have 1/3 of the population. And it still blows my mind that at the very end of a pandemic where morale is low across the globe, they decided to special military invasion a country with 1/3 of their population. It's just a weird move, dude. Think about it. 50 years ago tonight, a full moon, and on this date, Apollo 16 lifted off from NASA Kennedy to explore the region of the moon. And so 50 years ago, we put a man on the moon, and then we had a space shuttle, and they were like, well, let's cancel the space shuttle, and then we'll kind of turn over PayPal and SpaceX and Tesla to Elon Musk, and then let's give him Twitter too. Imagine trying to explain to someone in 1946 or 1950 years ago. When was that? You do the math. Imagine trying to explain to someone 50 years from now that Elon Musk was going to buy Twitter. It just wouldn't make any sense. And remember, Elon Musk wouldn't have become the richest man on the planet unless they canceled the space shuttle. Another thing that's weird, since it's Saturday night and few people are listening, I guess, that so they had Operation Paperclip where America, NASA took in 1,000 Nazis and Russia took in 1,000 Nazis or more, and both sides did, after World War II. And now you have Russia accusing everybody of being Nazis. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying the whole Elon seems like this Operation Paperclip baby. Whatever. Yeah, if Werner von Braun and Bill Gates had a baby, it would be Elon Musk. That's, I guess, what I'm trying to say. But not in a rude way. Because it's America, you're allowed to tell jokes, I guess. Free speech, right? I don't know. Things are crazy. If you've been going out and seeing Mars, Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn in the sky lately, I'm just Kathy Chatty in this one, but man, yeah, I want the Roaring 20s to start. And I want you to have a wonderful Easter weekend. Yeah, it's pretty much kind of born right where the two eclipses meet. That's interesting. This is the April 8th, 2024 eclipse that'll go through Texas. Hopefully we'll be partying then. It's less than 2 years away. 30 years ago, 55% of men reported having at least 6 close friends. Today, only 27% of men have 6 close friends. And 15% of men today say they have no close friendships at all. So like the amount of sex that Americans have been having and the amount of friends that America have been having have been plummeting since like the social networking age. So yeah, things are strange and there are storms moving through the South. And I love and adore America's diversity. Hey dude, Milford Beagle Jr. is like, did you know Jackie Robinson broke the color barrier in baseball? Not only that, but he was also an Army officer. Yeah, I mean, America has warts and definitely major sins, from the Trail of Tears and slavery, but I think we've been doing better the last 40 years. You got more Colorado fires happening. You got a lot of parts of Shanghai and other Xi'an and China locked down, but not where the sexy cyborg is, though. Yeah, you had super nasty fires in New Mexico, and now you got more fires breaking out in Colorado. So everybody be safe. It does seem weird to have such close critical fire conditions and a blizzard at the same time. I mean, not blizzard, just, snowy wintry conditions. And, hey, what if a mini ice age just means, like, really cool springs? I can where winter's not very mild, but then spring is cooler than normal. I can handle that, probably. And, just being a little more laid backy with y'all tonight. That's okay. Although, I guess I'm aggressively fundraising at the moment. Okay, great. But yeah, dude, the sun is doing crazy cool shit. And, we're on the verge of World War III. And I'm just grateful to be alive, and I'm grateful to be your planetary defense commander, and I'm grateful that Jesus Christ is my King of Kings, and that, we have better days ahead of us. We knew this period of time was going to be really weird. Granted, it's weirder and shittier than anyone really wants. Man, this is some interesting stuff. But like I said, hopefully things will be a lot better by 2025. We'll see though, and we have to put in the work. We know that. Complaining about shit don't help nothing. What can you do to change the narrative? Weather Nation, it seems like it's just snowing everywhere. I don't know about that, but all right. Even Hawaii's Mauna Kea and Mauna Loa are under winter storm warnings through tonight. Remember, we had 2 earthquakes at Mauna Kea, I believe. And I've seen B-2 bombers fly, and I've seen F-35s fly. They're really impressive machines. Say what you want to, but like our Air Force and our military and Lockheed Martin do seem to have tried to improve on some technologies over the last 100 years, where after what I've seen of the Russian army, I'm not so much sure how much time and effort they put into R&D and even training their soldiers. I mean, I'm not making fun of anybody or putting anybody down. I'm just saying it would be hard to say that the Russian military has overperformed on the special military operation from what we've seen. And I'm just extra grateful for what American freedoms we do have, man. Remember, you have the freedom to complain all the time if that's what you want to do. Where in China and Russia, you don't have those freedoms. Man, I bet Coachella's expensive. Hey, it's almost iceberg floating by season. Anywho, stay cool. Have a great night. Please have a great Easter. And thank you for being so great to me, Astro Fight Club. 8 years as your planetary defense commander. What a crazy wild ride. Thank y'all again. Astro Fight Club, OGF, Carol, Avriel, Cody, Tyler, and everybody in Astro Fight Club. Y'all are amazing. Stay cool. I'll talk to you soon. God bless everyone.